Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Again, I'm in the Idaho Quadcopter studio, otherwise known as my kitchen, the best light in the house, to give you a little bit of a channel update and some news about my Fimi X8 Mini. Now, unfortunately, my little Fimi is injured. Had a little bit of an accident, wasn't flying at all. It was me dropping it. And basically, I'm going to see if I can get this in here where you guys can see it. And hopefully, yeah, it looks like it's focused there. You can see a crack in the arm. Let's see if we can look at it from that angle. So that arm is cracked. And then also, I'm getting a gimbal error now. Let me get the gimbal cover off. And the gimbal appears to be, hopefully this will focus here. Yeah, it looks like it is now. The gimbal does not appear to be damaged in any way, or at least any physical damage. Yeah, we're having a little struggle in focusing there. But I am getting a gimbal error on the screen. And in fact, we'll fire it up here and I can show you what the gimbal is doing. So give me just a second. And you can see that gimbal kind of having a little bit of a spaz attack there. And so I don't know why that is, you know, unless there's a cable that came loose inside there or something. There doesn't appear to be any physical damage to the gimbal. But clearly there's a problem. So let me tell you what happened. I was out last evening. I wanted to get some low light sunset shots. The sun was just going down, so I went to the school grounds kind of next door to me over here, and I was getting all set up, and I was in a hurry unfolding the drone, and I dropped it from about, it was very close to the ground, a foot and a half. I was bending down to put it on the landing pad. In any case, the drone fell. And I believe it fell first on this arm, and that's what broke that arm. Other than that, I mean, you look at the drone, there's no marks on it. So in any case, it did break it. And what I'm going to tell you is this is a very fragile product. So if you get it, be very careful with it and handle it with care. Probably more care than what you would with your DJI Mini. I'm not going to try it. I suspect that this drone would have handled the same thing without an issue. I can't say that for certain, and of course I'm not going to try it, but that's my gut feeling. But I did get a hold of the people at Fimi to see if they could just ship me another drone body, right? Just the drone itself. And of course they told me because of high demand, they don't have anything available to ship. They said, hey, send it back into us to our repair service. Well, obviously that's in China. So by the time I paid for shipping back and forth to China and whatever they charged me for repair, I might as well just buy a new one, right? So that doesn't make any sense either. So I really want to continue testing this drone, and my sincere hope was to do a bunch of comparison tests with the Mini 2. But that's not going to happen, at least on my channel, anytime soon. But I am going to replace this one way or another. Now, as you guys know, there just aren't any available at this time to purchase. You know, they all say pre-order. Even on the Fimi store on AliExpress, they're saying the same thing. They just don't have any available. But when they do become available, I for sure will just purchase another one. In the meantime, I'm going to take this guy down to an electronics repair store and see what they can do. I am quite sure that this leg could be glued, plastic welded, and mended to be very likely good as new. Now, the issue is what's going on with the gimbal. Now, you know, I've looked down in there. I don't see any kind of ribbon cable that looks like it's broken or come loose or anything. But clearly there's something. There's something that caused that error. So I'm hoping that they can look at it. Is it a mount that came loose? Although I can't see that there. It looks, you know, pretty normal. So Anyway, I'll take that in and I'll see if I can get it repaired. If I can, we might be up and running fairly quickly. If I can't, it's just going to have to wait until I can buy another one, and then we'll go with that. I do want to talk a little bit about what I've seen so far. While I can't do a comparison video on them, what I have seen with the Fimi Mini 2, I'm impressed with. It's a really good effort on Fimi's part, and especially at the price. I paid $319. Obviously the price has gone up now. Hopefully I could get one at a reasonable price in the future. We'll see. But with regard to the differences between these two drones, you know, I know there's some feature set differences between them, and I know there's some people that are interested in tracking and waypoints that this drone will do and this drone will not. But I can tell you, camera-wise, there's no question the DJI Mini 2 is heads and tails superior over the Fimi X8 Mini. This camera has a lot of promise. It looks pretty good. I love the colors in it. I love the sharpness in it. Some people say it's over sharp. I kind of like sharp video, so I like it. The issue I had, and you saw in my videos, we had some gimbal shake, particularly in forward flight. When I was out over the canyon, you saw it noticeably, but even the flight that I did at Heroes Park, you could see it. And that's just a problem. The reason you buy a camera drone is to get some nice, stable, smooth video. Now the other thing I saw with it is there's a fair amount of vignetting in the video. And by that I mean the center of the video is a lot brighter than the edges, the corners and the edges. If you go back and look at the videos that I've taken with it, particularly the one in the canyon, it's very evident there. You can see it. Now is that a deal breaker for me? You know what? It isn't. I still thought that the video looked pretty good. The deal breaker for me was the shaking, the gimbal shake in the video. So in any case, we'll keep moving forward, and I know there's firmware updates and so forth, so I will take this guy in and see if I can get it repaired. Whether I get this one repaired or not, I will order another one, and we'll do some comparison videos with the DJI Mini 2. Now obviously the 800-pound gorilla in the room is the announcement from Hubsan with regard to their new Mini. It's the Zino Mini Pro. You gotta remember these names. That one has some amazing features on it. It's got a much bigger sensor. It's got a 100 megabit bit rate, which is tremendous on a little mini drone like that. It has, they're claiming a 40-minute flight time. It's got a ton of features on there that should be very interesting. So I'm going to assure you that I'll get a hold of one of those just as soon as I can. And what would be really fun is do a mini versus mini versus mini video. So hopefully we can get that going in the future. But I just wanted to update you with what happened with my Fimi X8 Mini and why you won't see any videos on it for a while, but hopefully we'll get that resolved soon. So I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel, and I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and of course we'll see you on the next one. The mini wars are heating up. All right, see you guys.